Tequila. Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I will do the honest review on the application process and tell you how did I get to Fudan University on a Global Bachelor in Finance. This won't be just a funny video like some girls post on their social media like hahaha I get accepted to Fudan la la la. No, the real experience and facts. So let's begin. Before I will tell you all my academic achievements, extracurricular activities and all these boring facts, I want you guys to understand who am I and where I'm from. My name is Matvey, I'm 18 years old and I'm from Russia, particularly from Siberia, one of the coldest regions in Russia. City called Kemerovo, small provincial city deep in Russia. I'm just an average Siberian man. I graduated from high school with a perfect 5 out of 5 GPA. I got red diploma and gold medal. I got 96 score on Unified State Exam on Math. Also, I won a few IT competitions held by the local university in my hometown. Now I need to explain how the admission process works in Russia. High school graduates have to take Unified State Exam in 3 or 4 subjects, depends on the major they apply for, and then they enter university based on the results of these exams. Actually, it's very similar with China. It's really hard to be enrolled to the top university in Moscow or St. Petersburg, and that's why some of the students they choose a different path and they try to participate in as many Olympiads as they can to enter the university without exams. But it's also absolutely not easy to do. I was preparing really hard for the final exams. Literally 1 month before the exams I just came across the video on the YouTube how people study in China. Then I checked the rankings and I found out that there are a lot of good universities in China. I wanted to take my bachelor here in English. I didn't have enough time to get the required IELTS score, so I decided to take 1 year Chinese language course at Shanghai Jiaotong University, and now I'm 100% sure it was the best decision in my life so far. In the first semester at Jiaotong I was studying for 10 or 14 hours a day to prepare myself for IELTS exam, HSK3 and also finals at the university, all of this at the same time. I put such a huge effort in that, but finally it's all worth it. I got IELTS 6.5, which was the lowest requirement for the Fudan University. My finals at Jiaotong were almost perfect, and furthermore I got HSK3 with 274 points out of 300, which is quite impressive because I was studying Chinese only for 5 months. And usually people get the score after at least 1 year of studying. Then we started the application process, and at the beginning it wasn't that nervous. Step by step I went through preliminary review by the faculty, and then I got invited for the interview. It took me approximately 2 months to get to this point. The interview was conducted at the end of the April, and to be honest, it wasn't what I expected. Before the interview, I asked International Student Office and admission team if there will be any questions related to finance, I mean like some deep academic questions, and they said yes. But actually they were asking really basic questions like introduce yourself, tell us about your academic background, why China, why Fudan, why finance, and stuff like that. The hardest part started after the interview. Because I applied for multiple universities, some of them started sending me pre-admission letters, and one of them was Fudan University. For you guys to understand, it's top 4 or top 5 university in China, and it's top 50 in the world, but they settled the deadline to pay the tuition fee, the full tuition fee. I wasn't ready for that because I didn't really like the curriculum there, so I just rejected them to wait for Fudan's decision. And actually it was a really hard choice, because if I pay and then Fudan accepts me, I have no more money to pay because tuition fee in Fudan University is non-refundable. But if I do not pay, then there is a huge risk that Fudan won't accept me and I'll be completely lost. But since I want to become an investment banker, I have to be ballsy and arrogant enough to take some risks. Then I was waiting for their decision for such a long time. It took them more than 1 month to announce the final results, but fortunately they accepted me. But the level of anxiety that I had last month was so crazy. I don't know how I even escaped the panic attacks. Of course, now it doesn't matter. I can just calm down and chill because there is no more this kind of uncertainty. Okay, so now let me introduce you the program I was enrolled for. It is a 4-year bachelor program in finance taught in English. This program was launched 2 years ago by Fudan International School of Finance. It's one of the best finance schools in Asia. So our cohort will be the third one. So this is the approximate study plan. As you can see, we will have a lot of finance related courses, programming and math. International Student Office and Admissions told me that they are selecting students by these 4 criteria. First one, strong math background, near perfect GPAs, English proficiency, and of course interview performance. For sure it will benefit you if you have taken some finance courses before or you have done some finance related projects. The important part of this video is my personal story of coming to China. The first reaction of my parents when I said them that I want to study in China was like, "Oh my god, are you crazy? What are you gonna do there? No, you're gonna study in Moscow." Then I showed them all the information and they slowly changed their mind and started supporting me. I'm really grateful for my parents. I owe them a lot. And the thing is that when I came here, I knew nobody. And it was my first time in China. I was asking other people why did they come here, and 99% of the answers were like this. I have family members working or living here. I have a lot of friends here. I'm ethnically Chinese or something like that. So, and as I mentioned before, I knew nobody. And everything what I achieved here is only because of my hard work, support from my family and friends, and of course a bit of luck. Despite the hard work and struggle that I went through, it was absolutely the best year of my life. I met a lot of nice people. I've been to so many amazing places in Shanghai, Beijing, Harbin and Suzhou. It was a wonderful experience that helped me to become much more open-minded to the world and completely changed the vision of it. If you are coming here as a student, you won't regret this. I hope you guys like this video. Feel absolutely free to ask your questions in the comment section. Subscribe to my Telegram channel. I will post my daily life there in Fudan. And see you in the next video.